And I think everything's going to be doomed. I think we're going to have a government that's run by AI because it's going to be the most efficient. And then who controls the AI? Oh, the most equitable, ethical people. Like it could be real weird. It could be real weird because it's going to be so much smarter than all the human beings combined. And you're going to be able to use it to manipulate people. And if people are still allowed to vote, then you could use AI to sort of just manipulate them perfectly into leaning. They'll figure out, like, what is the issue that keeps you from voting for Biden over Trump? What is the issue that keeps you from voting independent for RFK Jr.? Let's see what it is. And let's monkey with the data. And let's get you information that stimulates that part of your brain just enough for all those fence sitters go to the other side. And then who knows what's going on? Who knows who's running anything? If AI video is so goddamn good, they can take a photo of you and have you say anything. So who knows what Putin's saying, and who knows what Zelensky's saying, and who knows what anybody's saying anywhere in 5 years? Who knows?
That is absolutely terrifying.
That's real. It's like these are undeniable truths that I think that we have to come to grips with before this shit hits. And when I say hits, obviously I'm a Luddite. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm extrapolating. I'm looking at where things are going, and I'm going, this is going to happen so fast, and it's going to be so weird. It's not going to just stop at ChatGPT-5. It's not going to just stop at these robots that'll clean your kitchen. It's not going to stop at those. It's going to keep going, and it's going to go quick, real quick, big leaps. Big leaps real quick where the world is alien. Real quick.
And look at the stuff we're already seeing. I mean, Google Gemini, that was eye-opening.
Yes.
That was eye-opening.
Yeah, because human influence.
I tried to ask it some questions about contentious subjects, and it was literally like talking to a woke 18-year-old.
God, it's so stupid.
Because it refuses to give you certain information. If you ask it about things that are controversial, let's say, whatever. There's different examples you could ask it. It just says, well, I have the information, but I'm not going to give it to you because it's harmful.
Oh, God damn. That ideology, that pervasive, idiotic ideology is so terrifying. It's so terrifying how quickly people will adopt all of those principles without variation. Rarely. They just lump into that and censorship is fine as long as you're censoring bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Australia is trying to do with Elon and X at the moment.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. This woman from Australia. Who is that lady?
I think she's a parliamentarian or a minister in the government.
She was saying he should be locked up for what he's doing on social media. Like, what is he doing? I want to know what. Imagine that's your threshold for locking someone up. Allowing people to talk?
Right.
What is he doing that's so egregious? Like, does she have? I feel like if you make that statement, if you're a person that's an elected official and you make that statement, like this person should be locked up. If it's not for something very specific, you're terrifying me because you're in a position of power and you just want to just flippantly lock people in a cage because they disagree with you. Please explain what it is. Like, what is he? I have not yet seen one thing. He's not perfect. He doesn't make all the same moves that.
I'm guessing it has to do with this.
Accuses Australia of censorship after court bans violent video.
So there's a video of a bishop being stabbed at a church.
Oh, I saw that video.
Right.
So Australia is trying to ban that video.
Right.
Okay, well, I agree with Elon. So imagine thinking that he should be. You want some water?
I'd love some coffee if there's
Yeah,
something
here you
there,
go,
Joe.
bro.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, my friend. Beautiful, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So he's saying this is a real video. This is a real thing that happened. There's something that someone wants to see. The world should know that this can happen. Here's the video.
Right.
Somebody put it up. It doesn't violate any of our laws. Let's keep it up there. And they're saying he should be locked in a cage for that.
Yeah, I mean...
That's crazy.
Well, once you invent... So this isn't the case in this instance particularly, but once you invent the idea of hate speech, then everything else follows. Because if there's hate speech, that means some people aren't allowed to be saying what they're saying. And by the way, I mean, it is true. Like, I definitely have noticed an increase in, like, anti-Semitic messages that people send me since Elon took over. I'm happy with that. I'm very comfortable with that because the
Well,
rest of
good, because you just mentioned it. Now the more are coming.
well, I don't give a shit. I just block people that I don't want to hear from, and that works for me. I think that's the way it should be because if we've got to open up the conversation. That means that some people are going to say dumb shit.
Yes.
And I would much rather that than some well-meaning bureaucrat deciding what should and shouldn't be allowed to be said in the public square. So if that means there's more hate, I don't give a shit. I think it's worth it.
That is the only solution. It's not going to be it's not a simple solution. It's going to be, you're going to open up the door to more hate, but you're also going to open up the door to free conversations, and people are going to figure out what's what. And that's the only way it really works. It doesn't work by government mandate, especially when we've seen, particularly with our government, with the Twitter files, how there have been people that worked within the government that contacted Twitter and tried to get factual information taken down and trying to get the accounts suppressed of people that were experts in the field that had a differing opinion other than what was being promoted. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. You can't have that. Like that can't be a thing, because that's not good for the government. It's not good for us. It's not good for anybody to allow that kind of shit. It's un-American. You should be ashamed that you want to do that. It's unpatriotic. You shouldn't be allowed to do it just because you're in a sneaky secret squirrel position where you can contact Twitter through some government agent, and then they feel pressured, and then they give in to something that you're doing that's super unethical. That's un-American.
I love that you said that, Joe, because it's a phrase that you don't hear as much as I think you used to 20 years ago. Just the idea that there's some basic core principles of what America and the broader West is founded on, and that's one of them.
It's one of them, and you have to fight off that urge to control people. You have to recognize that if you're in a position of power, whether you're a cult leader or a president or whatever the fuck you are, there's this desire to control people that gets people to that position in the first place. This ego that makes them think, I should be the one that talks for the whole group. I know what's better for all of them. And as soon as you start using that in an unethical way like that, like censoring people, especially censoring factual information from experts, you're un-American. That's un-American. It's unpatriotic. In fact, it's one of the grossest things you could do in a place that values free speech. And